Welcome to my home for another day. If you're new here, my name is Karen. It's 10:35 in the morning. I know I'm leaving at 1:30, so I'm going to go over my to joy list. I've been thinking this morning. I have this light bulb I need to replace that flashes once in a while. Please stay so I can get through this. Okay, so I've been thinking about what I really want to get done, and I wrote my to joy list, which I'll have to take a screenshot of or something. Okay, so my to joy. I need to do a quick tidy, fold one small load of laundry. I made the bed, I've had my shower, I've edited a video, and it is currently uploading. So that feels good. I need to go tweak it and do all the little fun things that we do to it, which will probably take me about 20 minutes. So I want to do a quick tidy because Ava is having a friend over. That's not really why. I mean, I've been trying to do quick tidies every morning, just getting the house set up again. I used to do it all the time. I got away from it because I would get editing in the morning. So kind of uploading daily has blown up my morning routine just a little bit, but I feel like I'm ready to get the balance back in my life. So doing that, I want to get supper in the crock pot because company will be here for supper, and I have chicken that is defrosting right now in the microwave. That's going in the crock pot with my homemade taco seasoning, and I will go through that with you so you know what I put in my homemade taco seasoning. You can find so many homemade taco seasonings online. This was actually one I used for pork tacos, but now I use it for everything. I keep it in a jar. My project for the day is to declutter my closet because it is August and there are clothes in there I have not worn, which I will talk about more when we're decluttering. I could so get into a conversation with you about body image and weight right now, but I'm gonna wait, so that's coming. I need to do my Bible study homework. That will probably not be on this video, because I don't even know how I would do that on a video. Oh, and my fun thing for today is my daughter Rachel and I are going to a cute bookstore. It's called Sherman's, and we have one in Windham, Maine and Falmouth, Maine. So we're going to go to one of those. She's looking for a new journal. She's been journaling. There goes that light. She's been journaling to beat the band, so she needs a new journal. It is just the cutest little bookstore. And I might see if I see like little gifts that I could be getting people for Christmas, because I kind of had an aha moment yesterday of like, oh, Christmas is coming. It's August and I never have money in the fall. So I've got to start pecking away at getting little things put back so that I'm not living in the land of regret during Christmas and deciding if I'm going to be putting it on a credit card. That's just reality. If I have time, I would like to load my car for Goodwill. I thought I might be heading in that direction. I only have one Goodwill where I can donate, and it's not in the direction I happen to be going today, but I know I will be going there, one of us, either Robin or I, tomorrow to bring Yvonne to work. So I would love to get that all packed up for Goodwill, and then over the weekend I really want to do a dump run too. But for today I would love to get it packed up for Goodwill. And then I had talked about how I had a different curtain I want to put up before really fall hits. I still have my spring kitchen curtain. That's the only curtain I switch out seasonally. I might be switching out others this year just to have some that hold in the heat, hold out cold, because I just have shears. But anyways, I want to put up a different curtain, and I would have to iron it before I put it up. So if I could, that would be like bonus, okay? So we're going to start with the quick tidy. I just heard the microwave dinging at me, so I need to flip over the meat. And yeah, we'll do the quick tidy, and then we'll chat while we do the decluttering the closet. Oh, a lot of times I don't chat unless I'm doing a voiceover, so I can switch to voiceover when I'm out in the main house because my husband is on work calls and he's in the room with the cathedral ceiling, so it just kind of echoes. But it is honestly where I want him when he works. It's the best place to have him. It's accessible. It's not depressing. Being in our bedroom facing a wall is just very depressing, and then it doesn't feel restful when you rest at night and it is your office. And you can hear not alarms, but like notifications going off, because he works with people from other countries, so they're up when he's sleeping. So this is the best place for him, honestly, but it does mean that I don't use audio when I am cleaning, just as so that you know how life works. I also need to clean this microwave.
Spoiler alert, I am just about to get distracted by a declutter. But I do give myself permission to get distracted always by decluttering. If I notice something that needs to be decluttered, I'm going to do it right away because the mood might change or I might forget. I don't know. It just feels like it needs to be a big priority in my life, getting rid of stuff, paring down, and then it's always easier to clean my house. If I do end up with a big pile of stuff that needs to go away to Goodwill that I haven't done, and by the way, new bird feeder that can go on a window, so I'm very excited about that. If I end up with a big pile, that does overwhelm me and it becomes mind clutter. So I can't let too much stuff accumulate that hasn't gone to Goodwill. I have to be careful of that. I'm right on the border right now and I really need to get it in. Also, I put in words that my lens needs to be cleaned. I noticed some haze in the upper left corner. I apologize for that. I don't know if you can see it or not because the color on my laptop broke like a year ago. So I never get true colors on my laptop, but I just can't replace it. So I'll replace it. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. So I can't always trust what I see. I am super glad I got my kitchen clean so that I am ready to have company for dinner. When the kids have friends over, we always do buffet style. That always works. So having clean counters is definitely important. So I'm going to show you my recipe for the chicken. Did I say pork before? I can't remember. For the chicken, and then you will see me get a little bit distracted by decluttering, but I think you're going to really enjoy this declutter that's coming right after this recipe, so stay tuned.
All right, I'm gonna throw those chicken tacos in while I'm thinking of it, and it is a great way to use up any salsa you've got going on in your fridge. Is this your life too? So I do have another jar in case this is not enough, but it's definitely a great way to end up cleaning out the salsa. Now it's a game of who took my taco seasoning. You can use store-bought taco seasoning. Of course, you can do whatever you want, right? Oh, I know, I put it in these smaller jars because the big jars was just like too much. And when I get everything in the crock pot, then I will tell you my recipe that I use from, honestly, one of my favorite cookbooks, Meals That Heal by Carolyn Williams. Okay, I am out of crock pot liners, which is unfortunate. So it's okay, there is oil in this recipe. What I'm going to do, just to make sure, I'm using avocado oil even though it calls for olive oil. I'm just not a fan of olive oil. I like avocado oil because it doesn't really have a flavor. So I'm spraying my crock pot down, hoping that will help it not to be real hard to clean. And then it calls for 2 teaspoons of olive oil. So I'm using 2 teaspoons of avocado oil. Okay, I want my liquids in here before I put the chicken in, is what I'm doing. And then it calls for 2 cups of salsa. Is that right? Ba, 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 ba. 2 cups refrigerated fresh salsa. I don't know if it's fresh, but it's definitely refrigerated. So, 2 cups. I just love being able to use this up. It's a great way to declutter the fridge. You know, you want to make sure it's good, but salsa lasts a long time. Let me go through it. Oh yeah, it's a good thing I have more. Okay. So these two are going in the trash. This one is medium, where usually we use mild. I'm not sure why I have medium, but I won't be using a ton of it because there's not a ton left. Okay, so all three of those equaled 1 cup of salsa. That's funny. Not to make a liar out of me, but my husband's not talking on the phone right now, so I can talk to you. Okay, this was 16 ounces, which is 2 cups. So I could have just used, you know, one of these. That's okay. I am so happy to have gotten all of that out of here. Okay, now I'm going to put in my taco seasoning next. It calls for 2 tablespoons of all-purpose taco seasoning. So, there's something I was going to tell you, and now I can't remember what it was. Hopefully I'll think of it. So, oh, I know. So now when I'm doing my meal plans, what I'm doing first is looking at what I have in the house, because we want to be using up what we have, right? Even if you were a stockpiler like Kimmy from She's in Her Apron, you would still be you want to rotate, right? So it still works for you too, to be looking and seeing what do you have in the house. I'm just stirring the taco seasoning into the oil and salsa. And then I go to my sales flyer. So once I've seen what do I have, what do I want to use up, that is a fruit fly, that does influence, the meal plan big time, probably the biggest influence. What do I already have that we could be using up? I also don't want, like I have the pork, I got the big 5-pound pork loin and I cut it up into 4 pieces. And so I am sprinkling that in. We're not going to do it every day, but I'm going to do it every 3 days, maybe every 2 days, So these were chicken tenders my husband had got. I'm a little concerned he got them for a reason, but he hasn't used them, so we can get him more if he wanted them for a reason. So I'm just dumping. It probably was a family pack of chicken in here that I defrosted. All right, now, was there anything else? This was for pork, but it's just as good for chicken. 2 tablespoons of seasoning, a ½ teaspoon of salt. I'm telling you, that pork I made yesterday, too much salt. Also, I had gotten the Morton salt. When I get my store brand salt, it doesn't clump and stick. You know how you put rice in? But the Morton's does. Kind of strange. So we're putting in some salt, not too much, because after yesterday's pork, I don't want a lot of salt. Okay. And then it says cilantro, not using that. 1 lime cut into wedges. I think that people I'm going to put a little lemon juice in here. Just a shot of lemon juice. Because I also have this that I've been wanting to use up, because we buy it in a big bottle, but I think one day they didn't have it, so I'm just going to use that up. We love lemon and lime, so not a big deal. All right, that's it. Now I'm going to stir that around, and I'll show it to you. We're going to make rice, guacamole. I have some canned beans we could use. I thought about making my own beans today, but I don't want to get too deep into cooking today, honestly. I'd like to keep it easy so I don't get, use up my energy. Don't want to use all my spoons on cooking today. Although, the other thing I forgot when I was doing my to-do list that I would love to do today, I was going to do it today, but now some things changed in the day. I don't think it's going to happen, is I bought blueberries to do the blueberry rhubarb crisp. So if for some reason I have extra energy, that could go down. I even mentioned banana bread yesterday. That did not happen. I need to freeze some bananas so that I can do it another time. Part of the reason I didn't do it is I didn't have enough people home who would eat it. I could throw a banana bread together. I don't know. We'll see. I need to do what I need to do, and then if I have extra time, I'll do that. Okay, so that's in. It's on high. And I can continue cleaning the kitchen now. But since the chicken was defrosted, I wanted to just get that in. I'm missing a foot on the crock pot, so we just slide that piece of flooring in there. I'm like literally checking my hair because I don't want it to get too dry. This always has to be pinned back. because everything's curly, but this is just, I need a haircut. They need to shape it, is my problem. But anyway, you let me know when it starts to go crazy. If only. Maybe I should just be live all of the time. Okay, since I'm wiping counters, this would be a good time to switch out the microwave. One of you mentioned putting the microwave here instead of where it is, which is there. And I thought, why not? Have I mentioned it to my husband? No. So the only thing we have here is we keep like fruit, sweet potatoes in here. My little Enjoy Life plate is here. All right, I'm going to ask you to tell me in the comment section, do you like it there? It barely fits, but it fits, right? I think it's a little hard on me right now because I'm not used to it. So I'm going to go ahead and get used to it, see how I feel. I like the fact that it's beside the stove because it's like cooking, right? That makes sense. And it does open this space beside the fridge, so if you were unloading the dishwasher or if you were pulling things out of the fridge, you now have that countertop. So we'll just see, okay? Also, I had gotten Raid, this was Raid ant cups. I had the little sugar ants, and this is taro. Okay, and I will tell you, we had these little sugar ants that were taking over the world. I got these, nothing. I got these in the evening, next morning, 0 ants. But I hide it under the microwave so that Leo won't get into it. So I'm going to hide it under the microwave again. Okay, now this can be cleaned. It is quite dirty. I also need to get some bleach because the glue they use yellows. So this other side stays clean because I'm cleaning it all the time. But this part, not so much. The only thing my husband might say, well, this has the reset plug. I don't know. I think for now, I'm going to leave it like this and just see. This is going to freak him out when he gets home because he's going to be like, why did you do that? Because, you know, we like to surprise our husbands. We don't want to tell them things ahead. No. It's their house too, you say? No, he won't really care. As long as he gets supper out of that microwave, if he needs it. I wonder if this will help me film. Will this give me another spot to put a tripod? You might remember I'm supposed to be doing a quick tidy, but since company's coming and I don't film in front of company, I can film in my bedroom while they're here. Okay, meals at heel I use all the time. So these could go in the basement. My Octavia notebooks, I pretty much have them memorized. I never use this. I'm going to get rid of this. Look at me decluttering. So this doesn't get used, hasn't been used. We want to use it, but we haven't. Let's see. I'm deciding what could go on top of the refrigerator because Michelle from my Everyday Wife Life was like, hey, you could put your cookbooks on top of the refrigerator, and I agree. But I have this here, which is going to stay. So I don't mind having these stacked here on top of it, but I don't need, this is Yvonne's, it's not mine. Has she used it? I really don't know. I don't know, but I know if I ask her to get rid of it, because I have before, she's going to say no. This is my Door Family Cookbook, my Growing Up Cookbook. You know, I don't mind taking it off of the, I love this because this is my mother's handwriting right here. This is my grandmother's handwriting right here. And this is my father's handwriting right here. How special is that? And you know what? I hear so many people be like, I hate my Handwriting. Yeah, we all do. We all hate our own handwriting, but it'll mean a ton to your family if you have some things in your own handwriting for them. Oh, funny. I don't think that needs to be there. Okay, so these Mediterranean, the Mexican cookbook, I honestly feel like I could declutter. I got it from Goodwill, and it was fun. I'm going to ask my husband first. It was fun to look through, but we haven't used it, so that tells me it can go. I wasn't planning to do a cookbook declutter, but here I am. Okay, so I'm going to take the ones I can definitely put up on top of the refrigerator. I feel like I got to talk to my daughter. One of these we liked, one of them we didn't, so I know I can get rid of one of them. All right. Then I would never put Meals at Heel on top of there. We're just going to keep that here. And I feel like I'll keep this one here. And I think, actually, we don't use this one that often either. There. How nice and neat would that be? Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. And then the rest maybe on top of the refrigerator. I could maybe keep this one down here because this one's going to be hard to keep on top of there because it's just a weird shape. And then I have another Raid cup over here. One Taro cup is better than 2 Raid cups because 2 Raid cups did nothing. I think they fed it to their friends, and I don't even think it killed them. I'm telling you, it was like they were going to take over the world. I don't feel like we use this. You can kind of tell what we use because it's in crappy shape. You know, if it's in good shape, we don't use it much. So I know we use this one. We definitely use this one, but it's an odd little. We use this one. It's, you know, slanted, so it's hard unless you keep it on top. We do use Oh How She Glows once in a while. I'll put these here. You know, I will say sometimes once in a blue moon, I will look through a cookbook. But by and large, I don't use cookbooks. But I am the minority. So these are going on top of the fridge. And then these, I'm going to ask about, actually, these. And if nobody has a problem, I know one of these are staying. I have a feeling it's this one. Yeah, I think it's this one, so I'll go ahead and put that up there. This is why organizing is so important. I'm going to need my stool. Hang on, I need to get my stool. This is why organizing is so important. It's because when you start organizing, you realize you've got things you don't need. And if it was just me, I would probably keep 2. I have a charcuterie board up here, so we'll just push that to one side. If it was just me, I'd probably keep in 2 of these cookbooks, and the rest would go. And even then, I'd have to think long and hard. The Meals at Heel, not all of those are online. But honestly, I'd probably take pictures of the ones I like and then get rid of the rest. All right, that's a baby little pile right there. This we use all the time. So, I'm just going to put it on top, even though it's the bigger one, because it's slanted. I do need to dust up here someday. That's clear. These are under consideration to leave. And this is leaving. And then we'll put this here for now. That's actually cute. Okay. And this, I'm going to put that little plate right there. And since the ants are gone, I can put this in the cabinet again. And then this over here, I don't even know what this is. I got to ask my husband. And then these go in the bathroom. I was wrong. This is actually the one we didn't like, and this is the one we did like. So I'm going to get rid of that one.
Okay, the taco seasoning recipe that I use that makes 2/3 of a cup is 1/4 cup chili powder, 2 tablespoons ground cumin, 1 tablespoon kosher salt, 1 tablespoon paprika, 1 tablespoon garlic powder, 1 tablespoon cornstarch, 2 teaspoons dried oregano, and a half teaspoon of cayenne pepper. As you might already know, I always leave out the cayenne pepper because I have a sensitivity to it, and I feel like people can add cayenne pepper if they want to do that on their own meal. I will say I forgot the corn. Oh no, the cornstarch is in the seasoning. That's right. So I did have the cornstarch. Okay, that's good. So the cornstarch is just a bit of a thickener in there. This actually came out really good. I don't know. There's something about putting it in the crock pot and just letting it incorporate all day long, plus the chicken tenders. When you have smaller pieces of meat and you're doing like pulled pork, pulled chicken, it always pulls easier. It cooks up quicker. I've had chicken that really came off as dry when I leave it in the crock pot all day. This did not. It was so good. It was a big hit with the kiddos. So super happy. Now let's head to the bedroom.
My quick tidy was quicker than I planned. But you know what? That's the stuff that tends to get done. The stuff that's right in my face. It's this stuff that tends to not get done. So I know I told my daughter I leave at 1:30 and it's like 12 o'clock right now. So I'm going to prioritize this so that I know I get it done. Now, I'm not going to go through like socks and underwear right now, or nope, I am going to go through shoes. I'm not going to go through socks, underwear, or pajamas because I really don't think I have anything to get rid of there. I don't have a lot. So because my closet is so small, so that you can see what I'm talking about, I am going to take everything out. If I were just doing this by myself and I wasn't filming it, to be perfectly honest, what I would do is just go through it and pick out pieces I don't want. But it's just too hard for me, honestly, to film that way because it's too small and my bed is in the way. So I'm pulling everything out. Oh my goodness. This was a shirt my husband bought that's too small for me, but would have fit me. And I was like, oh, I'll keep it as a goal. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Ooh, my winter coat. All ready for winter. Whoa, shoes are falling out. See, I have a couple pairs of sandals, and I rarely wear them. I probably could use one of them. So the reason I'm doing this is because it is August, so if there's stuff I'm not wearing and haven't worn by now, chances are I'm not going to be wearing it at all. So I'm going to need my glasses too. What did I do with my glasses? Did I put them down and now bury them in clothing? Oh, there they are. Because I need to see sizes. Because I know at least one shirt where I have a duplicate. Can you hear the shoes falling out? Oh my, small closet problems. We're going to go through each item. We're going to touch everything. Got my sundresses. All right, that's it in my bathrobe. I can leave my bathrobe in there. It's not going anywhere. Nor is my pocketbooks. Oh, and I have a couple greeting cards. I stink at letter writing. Julie, if you're out there, that is directed at you. I'm so sorry. I've not written to you yet. Okay. And shoes. Actually, the only thing I need to pull out. See, like these, I like better. They're cuter. But these ones are clunkier. But they are more comfortable. They're Dr. Scholl's. I rarely wear either one. We're coming to the end of summer. I'm going to keep the Dr. Scholl's and I'm going to declutter these cute ones. I think these are really cute. It's just the way they rub my toes. Oh, and I got to go get us a new battery for the camera. See, I'm going to get rid of them. So cute. Love them, but they hurt my toes. These ones are more clunky, but they actually feel good on my feet. Oh. And if I could ever find another pair of sandals to replace them, then I will do that. But for now, I would wear them if I have no other choices. I've talked about this scarf more times than I care to count. It's cute. My husband got it for me. But here's the thing. I'm not a scarf person. And really, he got it for me because I never let him buy me clothes. And then when he does buy me clothes, it doesn't ever work. For example, I've gained some weight back. He bought me this t-shirt, and I know it'll be too tight. It's a medium. And I am a medium in some clothes. It depends on the cut. So I told him, I go, no, I'll just keep it, and maybe I'll work my way down to it. So I'm going to kind of keep it. I don't know. I go back and forth. I don't think your clothes should bully you. But I'm going to keep it. And then I'm going to delay that decision. And say, if I can't wear it by spring, I'm getting rid of it. This is great. Just wore it yesterday. Keeping that. Keeping my sundresses. I have these 2 from Target. They're very inexpensive. Like, this is a medium, but because it's fitted here where I'm the smallest and then flares out, that's how come I can wear it. I noticed one of the straps is missing here. This is my only complaint, and this is probably why it was inexpensive, and the straps come unhooked easily. But I know it's in my closet, probably on the floor somewhere. And then this is inside out because I was drying it. I didn't want to dry it in the dryer because I was scared it would shrink. I think it says to wash it on delicate. And yeah, so I just decided it would be easier to air dry it. Definitely keeping these. I haven't worn them lately, but it's because I've been doing kind of dirtier jobs. I'll wear them again. I think also I got to just like, I want to just be, I don't know, I wanted to wear pants. These pants I'm going to keep. I love them. I got them at Target. They're very itchy. I like Target pants because I'm a smaller size in Target pants. Isn't that funny? If I go to Goodwill, I'm like 3 sizes bigger. Okay, this definitely keeping. This is a staple. Love this dress. So comfy. I got it at Kohl's, and if they had it in different prints, I would have bought all of them. And I haven't seen it this year. I got it last year. Oh, so wish I could find it. And then this is also inside out because I washed it. This is my other sundress. I think I got this one at Kohl's. And the other 2 were Target. Very comfortable. High-waisted. When it comes to waist to shoulders, I'm actually a petite. So if I can find petite, like I was able to find petite for the dress I wore to my son's wedding. This I'm keeping. I throw it over my sundresses when I don't, when I want to have a shirt. This is new, keeping this, and I like to wear it under this, which I also got at Target. So that's staying. This sweatshirt I'm keeping, super comfy. I have another sweatshirt you'll see in a minute. This is all the pants. These I can wear. These are too small, but I don't really want to get rid of pants. Like, I'm willing to get rid of shirts, but I'd like to give it, I'm trying to give the weight loss another go. Lost the weight, got a little too comfortable, gained some weight. This dress is awesome. This will be great for fall. Got it at Target. I have the other pattern, which is like a blue. So I'm keeping this, super comfortable. Maybe I'll be wearing it, banging around like I do my summer dresses. Now this I bought to go with these pants. Not loving it this year. So I might be getting rid of these when the season is over. For now, I'm going to keep the orange shirt, which goes better with it, I think, and the pants, and then definitely going to revisit those. I do wear them. Those pants are very comfortable, and I'm going to get rid of the green shirt. You'll see me get rid of more things as we go. The green shirt is going. This is just a great time to do a summer declutter because it's like, okay, unless you live in Australia and you're having winter right now, and it's be a great time to do your winter clothes because if you haven't worn it yet. Now this I bought, haven't really worn it much. because it's been so darn hot that I'm keeping that for fall and winter. Okay, this is the one where I bought a replacement. So this is a size large. This is a size extra, no, is that medium? Medium. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the medium and keep the large. I like this. Also be great if I like had a sweater or something I could wear under it. That is one thing I really need to buy, is like a sweater. As I get older, I like air conditioning and I love to feel cool, but I don't love something blowing on my arms. Now this was an Easter dress. Lauren Conrad, got it at Kohl's. I'm going to keep this for fancier occasions, like if I were to go to a wedding, that would be a good dress to wear. This I bought to go with a certain pair of pants. I haven't worn it in a while. I'm going to keep it on standby. Your days might be numbered. I love it though. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I just haven't worn it, or I might need to buy new pants for it. Now these, because I don't really have like pants for these this year, I do love it. I got it maybe at Ross in Florida. So I have two choices. Buy a black pair of pants. Maybe I'll do that. Buy a black pair of pants to go with it. I do love it, and it fits me, and it's a medium. This I haven't really worn this. Again, I need a black pair of pants. My sister got me this because she knew I wanted to have, you know, like summery holes, but still arm coverage, upper arm coverage. See, now I'm second guessing some of, okay, I'm going to keep it. I almost said get rid of it. I'm going to keep that. That's a good color for me. This I got at a store called Martin's, which is kind of like a Ross. I'm going to get rid of that. I don't love that it's high-waisted like that, the cutoff. This I got at Walmart. This is a small. Getting rid of that. I have not worn it. I haven't even been tempted to put it on once. I'm kind of over the whole tie-dye thing. This is on this. It's a medium, but it's on the smaller side. I think I am going to let that one go too. Because I can get more shirts, people. I'm starting to have regrets and like see, I have this other maroon one. So I'm keeping this one, getting rid of that one, because I could wear this in the fall. Because suddenly I'm having trouble. This I'm definitely keeping. It's a great little shell to go over a dress. If you're wearing like a sleeveless dress, well, yeah, because I sometimes will wear it over this. And then the dress, I really bought it for Francois' wedding, for the dress I wore at his wedding. Okay. This I'm definitely getting rid of. I have these white beach pants. These. Which are kind of see-through. They're more like to cover up a bathing suit. So I don't know if I wore it with that or if I had a pair of black pants, or I could wear it with jeans. I must have got rid of my jeans because I don't see them. They were too small and I was going to keep them, but I must have already made that decision. So this, or it's with my winter clothes. I don't know. That's going. Oh, this is the other one I got from Target that I could wear in the fall again. Love it. Very comfortable. I can hear Leo crying because I haven't let him in. All right, I don't know what he's crying about. So here's my black jogging pants, the white, excuse me, beach pants. I'm going to keep both of these. I love the flowy pants. Okay, this is, I bought it this year. Actually, it needs to be washed. It's got something on it. No, I guess it doesn't. All right. No, it does. It needs to be washed. Sometimes I'll hang something up thinking I'll pull it out when I do wash. It probably needs to go on delicate. All right, I am keeping that, but it does need to be washed. I've been into these t-shirts this year. I haven't worn this a ton lately, but I do wear it. This is actually a men's t-shirt, but I thought it was so cute. And I definitely wear this. And I definitely wear that, and it will graduate to nightshirt, probably at some point. I do want to get pajamas. I wear like t-shirts and old sweats. This I got this year from Target and I really like it. Definitely keeping that. I like it because it's, I don't know, it's long sleeve, but it's super thin. So it's nice on a hot day. And then this I'm keeping. Old Faithful here from Walmart. So comfortable, so like broken in. Oh, here's what I'm getting rid of. This one, I have to be lean to wear that. I can replace it. I wasn't in love with this type of, I mean, it stayed together good, but I always felt like I had to wear a shirt under it. But I'm pretty sure, a deal in May, I'm pretty sure I got it at like a Ross, maybe in Florida. I think that's where I got it. Then these are all, oh, this belt's ridiculous. I'm getting rid of this. I kept it because if I ever need a belt. So here's my little book bag that Pam got me from Great Britain. And then I keep all of these shells, you know, tanks that I wear under shirts. I like to keep a good selection of colors because they're so useful. So these I decided I was keeping. I think that's all. That one pair was what, oh yeah, everything else I have for, oh, no. These shoes I've stopped wearing. I used to wear them around the house, but now I just put my shoes on. I used to wear them for like slippers, but they're starting to get a hole in the top. So I got them at Payless before Payless went out. You know, I think their in-stores went out. Okay, so that's good. And again, this is another example of this closet, in my opinion, is decluttered. Is your, oh, and I can get rid of this hanger. Is your closet decluttered? Yes, my closet is decluttered. So, doesn't mean I don't declutter it, right? Every season, I go through it. Or if I think I know that I have something I could declutter, then I find it's a good time to just go through the whole thing and see what needs to be decluttered. So it's maintenance. Decluttering is a lifetime because there's always going to be things that don't suit you anymore that used to suit you. I don't even want to buy clothes that will last forever because my size is going to be changing. So I really do. Let me show you what I'm getting rid of. So for shoes, I'm getting rid of these and the sandals. And then I'm getting rid of the belt and the scarf. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shirts. And then this is basically showing you what I'm left with. You know, I have what I have on and then maybe another shirt in the laundry. So I actually have extra hangers right now, which is a good thing. So, 59 years old. I started Optivia 2 years ago. And a lot of people have said to me, when is it going to end? Because it's a means to an end in people's minds. But for me, it was a means to a beginning, if that makes sense. So what am I doing right now? I am transitioned, is what it would be called. I'm not strictly on Optivia. But I did go a little crazy. And ice cream and celebrations and all this. So I am now kind of figuring out where do I want to be and how do I get there. I don't really want to fully go on plan again, although I could, but I am keeping a better eye on what I'm eating and I'm learning I cannot mindlessly eat. I have what I've heard people say that do like Manjaro or what are those other injections, food noise. It's almost like an OCD. It's like intrusive thoughts, but my intrusive thoughts is about food. What am I going to eat? When am I going to eat it? What am I going to eat next? When do I get to eat? I'm hungry all the time. And so that is what I'm working on. I'm really, like they have a book you go through, but I think I started coaching so quickly that I wasn't really internalizing it as much for myself as I should have been in the areas I need to internalize it. So I'm just going through the mind patterns again, and I'm really working on my mind. And what do I need in this moment? What is physical and what is an intrusive thought? So if I have an intrusive thought of I need to go eat some ice cream, or I really am craving popcorn, and then I go through this like, well, if they say if you have a craving, you should just go ahead and eat some, not Optivia, but others, you should just go ahead and eat it, or it's going to do more damage if you don't, all the things. So I start talking in my head and rationalizing what I'm doing. So right now what I'm doing is I'm celebrating the fact that I haven't gained any more weight, that I have stabilized, and I am working toward getting off some of the extra weight I have put on. And this is going to be a lifetime for me. And I think if I surprise myself and I get over it and I get it under control permanently, well, that's just icing on the cake. Get it icing on the cake? No, this is just a new rose to my bush. But I'm going to expect this to be my life battle because of these intrusive thoughts. And a lot of people have said when they use like the injections that it takes away the food noise. I'm not willing to do the injections because they're temporary. And anything that's temporary, I am going to eventually have to deal with this. It's not going to go away, to the best of my knowledge. So I am trying to work with myself and do some deep inner work. And I used to wonder when I would hear people say that, what does that even mean? So what it means for me is, and I don't do this every time. I have food in the house that's not as damaging, low calorie food that's not as damaging. And I am trying to deal with cravings when I can of like, what is causing this? What is something I could do instead of this? You see what I mean? I'm trying to just really, again, set new patterns. So I think with the Optivia, I stayed on plan by white knuckling it. The food noise didn't go anywhere. Hunger goes down, but for me it didn't. But there could be other factors there, things I'm doing like having too much false sugars. So I just wanted to be honest. People have said, when are you going to be done with Optivia? Well, right now what Optivia is for me is a tool in my tool belt. I'm not on plan, but I am purchasing the food, and it is a tool in my tool belt of low-calorie food that I can use as much as possible. It's very dense nutritionally, and that's how you get away with so few calories, is that the food is so nutritionally dense that you're not at a nutritional deficit, okay? You're at a calorie deficit. But I know I could be a little higher in the calories and still lose weight until I get to a certain weight, and then I would have to drop them again. So I'm kind of using all I've learned through my whole life to try to find what works for me. And some of those clothes, well, all of those clothes will fit me, and I'll enjoy them if I get back to where I was when I was at my lowest. But when I get to my lowest, I'm going to buy some new stuff. I'm not going to just hang on to that. So I hung on to that t-shirt my husband bought me. I'm going back and forth in my head. I should just get rid of it, and maybe I will. I mean, it's taken me like 2 years to get rid of that scarf. So, I'm just working on it. But I really felt compelled to be honest with you. And I want to be more open and more honest in the areas that I can be with you, because I feel like it helps everybody when we just drop the facade and we get honest with each other. So I feel very good about cleaning out my closet because fall is coming. I do have some fall clothes that are under my bed that I'll be going through another day. It's more than I am willing to take on today. And then I'll be choosing what I need for fall, if anything. So I am going to move on with my day now. I'm going to package these things up to get in the car. I already put the cookbooks in there, so I'm going to put in what I can put in. And then if I can get down to the basement today and haul some things up, I'm going to do that too. I have these garbage bags that aren't really the size we like. So they are very handy for a lot of other projects, including packing stuff for Goodwill. So I'm going to get these packed. My husband likes these plastic hangers. And then I'm going to bring in the laundry, get that folded. That's something I can do for my quick tidy up list. You know what you do, you get your to joy list, which is all the things you want to get done that would really bring you joy to get done. When you don't get them all done, instead of getting upset and sad, you create a to-do list. Your to-do list is everything you did get done, even if it is one thing, like I took a shower today. You know, we all have levels of energy, and each day it's different. You do not get more energy as you get older. So you have to really think about how you use your energy, and you have to celebrate your wins. And if you're like me, and you tend to be a type A, when you get one thing done, your brain is immediately to the next thing, or you've got 10 things in your brain that you think you can get done. So the to-do list can be super duper important for us type A's, especially when sickness hits, injury hits, or as you grow older. Here is my small laundry load, and this was yesterday's, and then I have today's in there now in the dryer. Yvonne is waiting to do her laundry. I find for me, because my washing machine only puts enough water in for the load, it has a sensor, then there's no guilt to run a small load each day. So much more manageable for me. I don't always do a load a day, but I just kind of look, and if it looks like enough for a load, I'll run it. Or if I've got stuff in there and somebody's waiting to do laundry, sometimes I'll just run it. Sometimes I'll take it back out and put it in a dirty basket, but normally I just put whatever I want washed, I just throw it in the washing machine. And then because I get up so much earlier than everybody else, I'll run it in the morning before they're even up, and then my stuff's out of the way in case they want to do laundry. I know the door squeaks, I apologize. So yeah, getting all the socks together. I don't mind laundry, honestly. I don't mind any of it. It's really, for me, it's the anxiety of feeling behind that I'm working on. You know, that's why the to joy and to da. To joy really helps me, my to joy list, is because it reminds me that this is self-care, and that even if no one else is doing it and I'm the only one doing it, it's still worth doing and being happy about it. Being happy I have the energy, being happy I can do it. And then the to-do list is good for me because I am not a good boss to myself a lot of times, and I cannot keep up to my own standard. So it's an opportunity for me to celebrate what I have gotten done instead of getting upset about what I haven't gotten done, which tends to be where I live in my brain. So you tell me what helps you. But definitely in life, it's not just about I don't have energy, but you get to a point in life where you're like, oh my goodness, I am working so dang hard. At what point do you stop and relax? You know, and it's not that I've never enjoyed life. I have, but you don't need to work yourself to death over, you know, like when the kids are small, you think, okay, it's more important to play with my children than it is to do this laundry. That makes sense. But what happens when they're grown, right? When they're grown and they don't live with you anymore, now you don't stop and play because you're not saying, oh, it's better for me to spend time with my children than it is for me to do this laundry right now. Your children are all out working, all busy, right? Your husband's working, and so you're just like, go, 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 go. And I've even had to, like, there's certain channels that are I love productivity channels, but I have stepped away from the ones that make me feel like I'm not doing a good enough job. If I see a video that says 20 things you're doing wrong in decluttering, I will never click on that because it's coming from the negative. There are certain creators I don't watch that are very big in the decluttering space because not only do I feel like I need to be that minimal in my home, that's how it kind of tells me that, But, and I'm not saying they're trying to tell me that, I'm just telling you my response to it. But I also start to feel like as a creator, I need to be like them and be in the education space of I have the key to your success, and if you just do this, then everything will be great, like me, because I recognize not everybody can do that. And even if it was, and then there's always the temptation to fake it, because we all go through times when our closet is overrun with stuff. And I was watching a prominent person, I'm not going to mention their name, in the minimalism space, who's put out a good number of videos about how easy it is to maintain her house now that she's decluttered. And I do believe that's true. But I heard her on a podcast within this year say that she hires someone to clean her house, right? So if I declutter to her level and I'm still having a hard time getting my house clean, I'm going to feel like a failure unless I happen to see that one podcast, because she's saying that it's easy to keep her house clean because she decluttered, but she hires someone to clean. I don't even understand how that makes sense. And if you know who that is, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to diss anybody, really, honestly. I'm just saying, like, I've got to be in the reality space of we're working together, struggling together, helping one another. That just feels like so much of an honest space. So in order to do that, I have to not watch some of those people. Does that make sense? I don't know why I'm rambling on like this. Just needed some girl time. And now I'm going to put my laundry on. All right. So looking through my closet, this is what I decided to, I have my phone in here, wear to the bookstore. I like to wear it with leggings, and I don't have to worry about how I'm moving. I have one of those little tanks under it, and I feel cute. So I'm going to take a break. My body is telling me to take a break before I have to go. It's a 50-minute drive one way. And if I take a break and my daughter's still not ready to leave, I might be able to get something else done off my list. That curtain is eyeballing me right now, so that could happen. I don't know. But either way, I'm ready to go to the bookstore.
It ended up that I had an extra half hour because my daughter was running late, so I was able to get the curtain up. This was a real pain to iron, I have to say. It's 100% cotton, and the design is like embroidered. It's just something about 100% cotton that you can make as many wrinkles as you iron out. So I'm just doing the best I can. And I'm thinking, is this why they got rid of it? And I'm finding like dust on it from being stored, little bits of cat hair that I'm picking off. And then I notice a couple little spots and I'm like, did I buy it with those spots? And I'm going to wrestle with those a little bit. In the end, it works out great and I do love it. So after this, we did go to the bookstore. The only thing I can say, I didn't get my Bible study homework done, so I'm going to play catch up with that today. And my quick tidy was restricted to the kitchen. If I would have done more, the living room was fine, but I would have done my end tables with some glass cleaner, and I would have swept my kitchen floor, and I might have vacuumed the rugs, although they didn't look dirty. I just always like to do those. So my quick tidy was the area where I did the least because I spent the time to move the microwave, declutter the cookbooks. I'm happy with that. So my tidy of the kitchen, folding laundry, supper in the crock pot, decluttering my closet, and getting up this curtain would all go on my ta-da list. I also did not do the extra if time of loading the car with the Goodwill stuff. So that was the other thing that I didn't get done. And that is okay. You know, in my early days of YouTube, I would film that intro first and I would say my to do list was the things I got done. Because at the time, I was trying to be something that I wasn't. And I have learned over time that is not encouraging to anyone because we all have a list, whether it's in our head or on paper, of what we would like to get done. And I don't care how spotless your house is, I bet there was something else you probably would have liked to get done and you couldn't get done. So I do try to set reasonable expectations for myself, but equally and maybe even more important is when you don't get those expectations done, letting yourself off the hook and making that to-do list. I'm using an OxyClean pen. Strangely, there was a little like gray spot on the curtain, and as I'm cleaning it, I'm getting orange. So then I'm like, was that something on my hand? And in the end, I got 99% of it out, and then I kind of creased the curtain to ruffle a certain way so that you couldn't see it at all. So I think it looks really good. It's like fresh and clean. I'm loving it with the microwave gone. Here is our supper. Remember, as always, God loves you. I love you too. And I can't wait to see you next time. Also, I'll have no video tomorrow, but I will see you on Monday.